Okay, so we are going to go over the language arts skills for this week. So these are the skills that you'll need to do in order to do your turn pages and to learn better from them. And the first thing we will do is the author's point of view. So let's go ahead. You can find all these answers usually in your reading writing workshop book. That's in Wonders. Has a lot of good information in there. You can go over those. So the author's point of view, you worked on it last week. Remember, author's point of view has a point of view about a topic. You want to look for details that show what the author thinks. Then you decide if you agree with the author's point of view. So remember, it would be like, what is your point of view about these pictures of these puppies? Oh my goodness. So I'll just let you think about it. So if you look at these pictures, the details that come to your mind. So my point of view is that these are the most adorable things and I want to take them home with me. Every single one of them. So what is your point of view? Maybe you don't like dogs. I don't know. That would be your point of view. That these pictures they don't do anything for you because you don't like puppies. You like cats instead. So that could be your point of view. But my point of view of these pictures would be that they're the most adorable things ever. And I want to squeeze every last one of them. So remember, a point of view of an author when he or she is writing it is what you think what you think they're thinking about. So so these pictures that these not authors but photographers took was that he wanted to capture the most adorable picture that they could, and you know, maybe capture their eyes so that you can see their sweet little faces. That could be the point of view. So point of view can be many things. It's just when you're talking about something in writing, you're dealing with what is in written form. So what are the details there? So you'll be doing that with several of the stories. But remember, your point of view can be there's a lot of different things that the point of view could be, but they have to be backed by the details. So make sure you write those in complete sentences in your graphic organizer that you have, that have detail, detail, detail. You need to fill in all of them, and the point of view, what you think the author wrote, the particular stories that you will be reading. All right. Next thing is expository text. We've worked with expository text all year. And remember, what expository text is giving information. So factual information. Let's see if this... Okay, so expository text, remember, gives information about a topic and gives facts. It has headings and sidebars, okay? A sidebar gives information about a topic. So these little side pictures or information. And headings, like right here in bold print, you would not see that in a narrative or a story. You might have includes text features such as maps. Remember, a text feature can come in a graph or a map or pictures or words in bold print, just additional information from the already written text. And when you're explaining questions, make sure you're specific too. So don't just say that it has facts. Make sure you say it gives facts like whatever passage you're talking about. Make sure it gives facts like it gives in this picture, it gives the the state names, or whatever you're talking about. Make sure you're specific, not just say, I know it's expository because it's factual. Be specific. Or if it asks you what text feature, what does the text feature explain, be specific. What does it give? What does it teach you? Because text features teach you additional information. It's important information that the author thought you should know. And it helps you understand the given information. Okay, so the next one would be suffixes. Last week you worked with prefixes. So a suffix, all right, so a prefix, remember, changes the meaning of a word, and it has, a prefix would be like 2 or 3 letters at the beginning of a word that changes the word. A suffix would come at the end, okay? So in Kids to the Rescue, I see a sentence, the harmful oil covered the sand. Harmful would be have a suffix, because FUL is spelled differently than the word full, like I'm full from dinner. Full is FULL. FUL is a suffix, okay? And it means full of, so it does mean the same. So it means it's full of harm. Harmful, it means it's full of harm. So suffixes always change the meanings of a word. The word less, less, means having no or without. So they do change the meaning of word. Helpless. So helpless would be less means without help. They're helpless. Like a little baby is helpless because you have to do everything for them, right? Or a pet is helpless too, because they rely on humans to feed them. So they're without help. They can't help themselves. Thoughtful. Full means full of, so it's full of thought. So maybe something was thoughtful, like you gave your mom a back rub because you knew she hurt her back, or you cleaned the kitchen without her asking. That's very thoughtful. Or spotless. Without a spot. Less would be means without a spot. So suffixes change the meanings of a word. All right. The next thing are time order words. We have worked on this all year as well as last year. And remember, time order words are words that are like first, second, third, in the beginning, in the middle, in the end, finally, then, the next day, anything that gives event order, okay? And remember, we use those to help us organize our stories, organize our thoughts, organize our details, reasons, and facts. And it just helps us give information. So it's a very, very useful time order words you'll be working on as well. And let's see here. Ooh, let's go to our book. Here's some more time order words. Writers use the words first, next, then, and finally to show time order or sequence. These words help out events and put events in order. And this paragraph has some. So we've been working on those, and I'd like you to use those in your writing. Last, I'll read this sentence, this paragraph that someone has corrected. Last week our class helped the Greensville Animal Shelter. Here's what we did. We collected pet food and old rags. Next we carried them to the shelter. Then, so next is a time order word, and last week is a time order word. And then we cleaned cages and we walked the dogs. Finally, another time order word. We give all the animals some food. So this is a narrative using time order words, and so you can use that. Okay, and then we've talked about text features as well, which are headings, bold-faced words, maps, graphs, pictures, additional information aside from a text, or written passages that the author's written. So it would be additional information that teaches you something. All right, so there's a bunch of comma rules that we need to learn, and we will be going over that on your group lesson. All right, so that should cover it for the week. Happy learning!